Hey guys, what's up? It's Combat Saturday time, and today we're looking at form breakdowns, alright, and how to get the most out of it, alright, and how to truly understand it on a deep level, okay? Now, thing about martial arts training is that you have to be willing to look at things under the microscope and really, really analyze it, okay? It takes a special mindset, a special kind of person to be able to do that consistently all the time. And I'll be honest, okay, not everyone is going to do that. Not everyone is willing to do that. All right. But if you truly want to excel, that's the only way it's going to happen. All right. You need to really look at every single thing you're doing and study yourself, study your movements, study what's going on internal, what's going on externally. Okay, where is your hand? What energy am I feeling? Okay, what is my weight distribution? What is my foot placement? What is my hip doing? Okay, all these little things. All right, this is essentially a form of moving meditation. Right, because people use the term meditation all the time. All right, and usually they think of yourself as sitting in a quiet room with some incense burning and things, and that's certainly one form of meditation. All right, but not the only one. All right, moving meditation to me is much more intense. Well, I don't use the word intense because that implies tension, okay? But it's much more focused, I would say. I guess I had to pick some kind of word. I guess that's the best one I can think of, okay? You have because it forces you to look at all your movements. You're moving. How are you moving? How are you breathing? How are your breaths coordinated with your movement, okay? So that's the thing. You need to really look at things like that. Now, when you look, we're going to specifically look at the Siu Tao form today of Wing Chun, which is the first form, most important form of the system. All right. And the thing about Wing Chun is that, and this is the part that a lot of people don't understand, you learn all the best stuff right away. Okay. Some people think that with martial arts, you learn the basic stuff first, just like many things, and then you learn the good stuff. All right. But you can say the same thing about many things. Okay. Now, when I was first learning guitar many years ago, my teacher had me doing bar chords and finger exercises. All right. And I remember thinking to myself that they were really boring, and it hurt my fingers to get the bar chords down and things, and whatever. And the finger exercises were so boring. All right. But I stuck with it. All right. And then eventually I understood. Whoa, well, bar chords is the foundation for all chords. And finger exercise, well, if you want to play lead guitar, you want to do all the fancy stuff, then you have to have that dexterity, and that's the way to do it. All right. It's very much like the wax on, wax off thing. Okay, you may not understand the purpose of the drill, but there are indeed purposes of it. Okay. Now, when you're looking at the movements and the form, okay, what you want to do is you want to break down the movements and really, really analyze it. Okay. Now, most people just do the form, just run through it, and that's it, which makes it more like a dance routine kind of. Okay, nothing against dancing. Okay, dancing is a excellent physical discipline. All right, and takes a lot of control as well. Okay, but this is not the same thing. All right, um, so we are looking at when you take the form, break down each individual movement. Okay, that's when you can really start to dissect it and really have a deep, deep understanding of it. All right. So when we look at the Siu Tao form, okay. Now I'm not going to bother going over the opening. I've actually done a video before where I broke down everything. All right. I'm not going to do it today, but I'm just going to go over a few drills you can do from the form, some key drills, and it will really make you understand it better. Okay. So after we've done our opening here, okay, here we do here, then we do a punch in the Hun Sao. Okay, now even this alone, let me get a bit closer here, okay? When we do this punch, okay, bring it right in your center, okay? It's my elbow in my center, okay? Okay, I'm not sure if I'm facing the camera directly in the center, but my hand is on my center, okay? Anyway, so I bring it right in the center. Feel that, okay? So I can feel my body slightly turning a bit, connecting my hip with it, right? When we do shifting, right? That's what we're doing, right? So I'm bringing my hand here, boom, bring it here, boom. So right. So I feel I feel that center line. Okay, I feel my elbow in my center line. Okay, I'm not doing the Hunsao yet. Okay, I'm just doing the plunger just to feel that. Okay. Now, as I'm doing this, okay, back up a little bit. Okay, as I'm doing this, okay, I'm in my stance. Okay, my Yiji Kinyama stance. All right, and as I'm doing this, what's my hip doing? All right, am I connected? Or am I just holding stance here while my upper body is like a loose noodle going around, okay? No, I need to be connected, okay? Now keep in mind, very, very important to understand something. Connected does not mean tense. A lot of people mix that up. They think you have to have your fists really tight. But, you know, I was teaching a student a while back and he was telling me that his forearm was starting to hurt. Right? His hand was starting to hurt. I'm like, why is your hand hurting? Because he was clenching his fist as tight as he could the entire time. All right, and that is not the way to generate. First of all, you know, you're not going to be able to have the energy flowing that way when it's so tightly clenched like that. Okay, when your fist will clench upon the moment of impact, but you want to have essentially a formed fist, but not a tightly clenched fist. Okay, so in here, boom, okay, boom, okay. Now another movement. After that, we do this. There's actually a series of movements all in one. But okay, the whole thing is like this. I'll go, my hand will stand out. And then back, all right? And then I go into a Fukusao. I do that 3 times, okay? All right. Well, let's just stop there and then we'll get the next part after that, okay? So it goes out, Shunsao, and then Sao, okay? Now right there, people look at that and they don't understand the meaning of it, okay? But there's a lot happening there, a lot more than people realize, okay? Right, you learn the good stuff right away, okay? So, this coming up, this trains your elbow energy, all right? And also your forearm control, because ideally, you know, I want to have that outer control there, okay? So when I'm extending out, I'm focusing on this outer edge of my forearm right here, okay? So I'm gonna go 1, 2, see? 3. This is not how the form goes, but in order to develop that by breaking it down, that's what I'm gonna do. And again, just like the punches, am I moving with proper connection with my hips, my waist, my core? Okay? Am I staying rooted? Am I doing this? Right? Right? You don't want that, okay? Here we go. And, you know, I'm doing it as a joke, but I've seen so-called high-ranking Sifus doing just that, okay? Believe it or not, I've seen it, okay? That's why at the end of the day, I don't care what belt someone has, okay? I want to see how they move. And if I see shit, I'm going to call it, all right? Here we go. So, hand comes out, focus on that outer edge of the forearm. Every time it comes out, focus on that outer edge. All right? Then, after that, what we did was I did a Hunsao, a Jutsao, and it comes backwards. I'm just going to train this backward motion. See, so here. Now, why am I training this backward motion? Because even though your hand is going backwards, you're thinking forward. You have a forward energy all the time. Think of it like a faucet. All right? The faucet may be shut off, but there's still pressure there. The moment you open that tap, it comes out. The water comes rushing out. Okay? The water pressure is always there. All right? But it's just closed off. You open it, boom, it's ready to come out. Okay? So there you go. So here, all right? So when I'm going back, but I'm thinking forward. Going back, but I'm thinking forward. You see what I mean? So when you do all these drills here, back, thinking forward. Going back, thinking forward. Okay? Going back, thinking forward. Okay? And then after that, it's just the opposite. We're going forward. Okay. Now, our hand is in Fuxao position, and this will shut the shoulder off, and we're focusing on the elbow. Okay, we're shutting the hand off on the shoulder, and we're just focusing on the elbow pushing out. So I'm coming, my elbow is pushing out. My hand is off right now. My shoulder's off. Okay, it's the elbow. See, again, this is not how the form is done, but in order to drill it and really understand each movement, right? You see what I mean? When meditation, okay? I mean, don't tell me that's not meditation, okay? So when you put the whole thing together, it ends up being here, right? Going slowly. Again, okay? So done 3 times, okay? See, so all the energies I mentioned before, you're doing it the whole time here, okay? Alright, and here, going back, thinking forward, okay? Then after that, what I'll do is I'll do a pak sao to the side, a parry, which is kind of forward and sideways, here, and then straight pop, okay? Alright, and you can draw it too, okay? 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, so am I going too far this way? Right? Am I going past my shoulder? Am I doing this? Right? I'm going to my shoulder, to my center, forward, to my shoulder, to my center, forward. Okay? To my shoulder, to my center, forward. Okay? So you see how by breaking down all these movements here, you see how by breaking down all these movements here, okay, you can really you know get the most out of it, and really you know understand the movements, and you get to study yourself, study your body, your movements, your energies, and make sure that everything is good. Okay. Now this, like I said before, this takes a lot of patience, all right, and a lot of understanding, a lot of discipline, all right, and but if you can do this, if you can get in the habit of really doing this on a regular basis and watching all your movements and things, your martial arts skill will skyrocket if you can do this, all right? It's just that most people just don't have it, and unfortunately in our very fast-paced society, people want results like immediately, all right? And this takes a long time, all right? It takes many years of consistent practice, okay? And you know, eventually it just becomes a part of you, okay? Now, one thing, and I mentioned before, and this is a very confusing concept, okay? I will try to explain as best as I can, okay? When I say you have to be focused and you have to practice diligently, things like that, I do not mean that you should be tense about it. I do not mean that you should think to yourself, oh, I have to do it, and then you get all hard on yourself if you don't do it. Oh my God, I'm worthless, you know, because I didn't do it. Or, you know, you don't want to put any negativity into it, and you don't want tension into it. Okay, you want to do it with a relaxed mind. You want to do it almost like you're playing. All right. Now someone else may look at you and think that you look like you want to kill somebody. Okay, but in your mind you're playing. All right, I get a lot of looks from people, believe me, okay, and they think I'm whatever. They think I mean, around here I'm known as the crazy kung fu guy, okay, you know, and yeah, I see people back away from me. Like I walk towards a tennis court to do my training, and they go the other side of the path, like I'm a psycho or something, okay, and maybe I don't know, maybe I give off that kind of energy. I don't know. It's not my intention, but maybe I do. But if I do, it's not about me, it's about them, okay? That's the thing, okay? You don't want to have negative energy. You don't want to have tension. You just want to be, in your mind, you're playing, okay? In your mind, you're, you know, it's like a game, all right? Having that kind of playful mentality and that youthful mentality, all right? When you're always ready to learn, always open to learn, that's really the key. Okay. All right. So, anyways, that's the lesson for today. Now there is I've done it a couple times actually where I've broken down the movements in the Ceiling Tower. If you want to see the whole thing broken down like that, you can just look it up and then you'll find it. Okay. But this video, I just want to explain how to really practice and get the most out of the movements. Okay. So, all right, that's it, guys. See you soon.